Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Let's go, baby. Better late than never. Better late than never. And retail stocks go batshit crazy tomorrow. How about that? Leave it to Ryan Cohen. Jennifer Hendricks, Chris Winlambo, Cheese Chaser, Mike K. What's going on, guys? What's up, Tyler? Man, going pretty good. It's going pretty good. The first day of Q2 is tomorrow. Let's hope for a better Q2 than Q1. It looks like we're off to a little bit of a decent start, but I wouldn't trust this move all the way. Let's see what exactly happened for AMC. Closed up 5.24% in after hours. 16.87% for good old GameStop. GameStop strikes again. S&P. You guys see this though? Oh my god. Fucking panic at the end of the day. You had no volume all day. The lowest volume day we've seen throughout the whole year so far. Like, some of these 1 minutes on the SPY are pathetic. Like 40, 50,000 shares. And then the last 20 minutes, you got millions of volume per minute. And then 12 million for the last minute. There was $10 billion market on close. $10.2 billion. That's basically unheard of. So we'll see. This might have been a glimpse into what to expect tomorrow, but I'm not going to draw that red line yet. Futures are green a little bit, but we got some data and some catalysts for tomorrow. That'll come out at 8:30 in the morning again for the unemployment rate as well as the non-farm payrolls. So it's good. It's real good. Do you think AMC will run tomorrow? Oh yeah. Dude, it's my birthday. It has to run. It has to run. We ripping tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, GameStop might steal some of the shine tomorrow, though. We've kind of been going back and forth with AMC, GameStop. You know, one does better than the other one, but it wouldn't surprise me to see everything like retail stocks do pretty good. Because with that rebalancing, you've seen a lot of people sell off the indexes. Like, that was very clear today. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a lot of people reposition at least some of that money into some of the retail stocks. If you're betting on a short squeeze, like I always say, you got to look at your risk to reward. What's the potential risk? What's the reward? That's what, institutional investors do. They do exactly what I say. They look at their base case, what they expect to happen, what would be like an average stock move, and then they look at their best case, their worst case scenario. If that worst case scenario is too bad, then they'll stay away from it. But with a lot of these stocks now, like, what's your worst case scenario on AMC when it's sitting at these levels? Like, probably not terrible. It's probably not a 80-90% decline. It's probably more like a 30-40% decline at the worst. We'll see. We'll see. The 2 and 10-year treasuries did invert today as well. 2-year treasury yield tops 10-year rate, a yield curve inversion that could signal a recession. But don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. I retweeted this because this was gold. So go follow me over on Twitter. But these are the last 4 inversions. The date of inversion, December 13th, 1988. Bull market peak date, July 16th, 1990. S&P 500 index return, 33.2% and 19.1 months till bull market peak. 1998 was the date of inversion. 2000, March 24th, 2000 was the peak. And that was a 39.6% return 22 months later. 2005, like I called this one out, was the date of the inversion, December 27th. And the peak was October 9th, 2007, 24.6%. And then even the last one, which this one is argued a lot, like why it actually happened. But August 27th, 2019 was the date of the inversion. And then the bull market peak date was obviously February 29th, 2020, and that was an 18% gain, and that was still 5.5 months later. So the median, 28.9%. It could actually be a bullish thing for stocks in the short term. But Lou said March or nothing. Tomorrow is April 1st, so I guess I'll sell and move on to the next play. Yeah. I feel that. I like the logic there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, April Fools. I just went all in today. That was perfect timing. GME dividend sounds pretty serious. Yeah, and that's the thing too. They have to pay out on shorts have to pay out on that dividend. So that's a real catalyst to see some shorts cover. Like, that's probably the one of the best catalysts to try to get shorts to cover is issue a dividend. Like, the last thing you want to do is lose 100%. Over the past, something like, maybe it's more than that. Wasn't GameStop like under 100? Wasn't GameStop like beaten into the ground too? It was like under 100, I believe. $77, and it's trading at like 190 something now. 194. Yeah. So you lost a substantial amount if you were shorting this thing in the hundreds. And now you got to pay a dividend on top of it? Fuck that. Sorry I'm late. Had a tornado warning. Shit's crazy out here. All good though. Where do you live? There was a lot of like tornado warnings down south. I seen it on I think the news last night. All I need is Didi to shit the bed, and it's down as of right now. Got 52 contracts on some of those 250 puts, and up nicely at the moment. Crazy day today. Said I got 52 contracts. There you go. There you go. Do you see? Do we have any Neo fans in here? Anybody like Neo? I got something good for you guys if you like Neo. Pennsylvania near Philly. Oh, man. Seeing we're getting snow tonight in Michigan. I'm like, dude. Jeez. It's April, man. April tends to be a good month for the stock market, too. But we got any Neo fans in here? Like 4 last week. Yeah. Down there. Crazy. That Neo phone. Yeah. Fucking, they're gonna create their own phone, and they labeled Apple as a competitor. I bought some calls on it. I bought some calls on it, and they were flat actually. Surprisingly, you didn't see Neo sell off. But Neo is one of those, let me tell you, that it all comes down to regulation with Neo. Neo would be much higher right now if it wasn't for all the delisting fears. So it's going to be one of those things where it either snaps back and you see 20, 30% day, just like Baba, JD, Baidu, all those other Chinese stocks as well. Or you won't. Regulation really kills them. But hi Tyler, I finally got access to your Patreon. I'm ready to learn more about options. There we go. That's a good place to be. You can ask any questions. I do suggest that everybody takes it slow with it. But it's a good place to be. I've kind of been going slower recently, just because nothing is clear right now. It's very hard. This is one of the hardest markets to trade, in my personal opinion, because there's no trend here, right? Like after the Fed, like I knew the Fed meeting was going to be bullish. At least that's where my thought process was. 100% correct on that, but I did not expect a rally back to almost all-time highs. So the market's very irrational, and it's going to end at some point. But like even you've seen today, you can have terrible volume, and then you get a portfolio rebalancing day, the last day of the quarter, and everything just sold off into the toilet. So we'll see. Morgan Stanley cuts China's 2022 GDP growth rate to 4.6%. Yikes. So yeah, it's good. It's going to get more active here shortly, though. We have earnings coming around the corner. We'll see. What's your link for Patreon? I believe it's in the description of this live stream, or it's in the pinned comment of the last video. Sell Neo puts? That might be attractive at these levels, since it has come down a lot. It's at like 21. Yeah, 21. And Neo's a good business if they don't get delisted. My $3 call is in the money. How many AMC call options are in the money? This move in after hours really did push things up as far as options, especially on the dailies. Right, so we closed over 25.50. So you've seen at least these 15,000 options that did run into money in after hours. It'll be interesting if we do see if we did see some of that hedging in after hours, but I highly doubt it. So you'll probably get a little boost off in the morning, but it's really going to come down to how people are feeling about the first day in Q2. So I'm excited. Out the money Jamie calls I bought for 150 each are still valued at 7,200 each. Yeah, there was somebody in the trading community that literally bought GME calls at the bottom, like when the stock was like $80, $90. They must have done very well. They buy a few hundred shares too. Yeah, I think it's good too. It's one of those at this point. You have to be willing to take the loss on Neo if it comes down to it. It's already discounted kind of for it though, if that makes sense. Like Baba is like severely undervalued on a book level, and it's discounted for that fact that it's probably going to be delisted. It will be at some point in the future. It's like a big game of chicken. Like, eventually, when we go head to head with China, hopefully that doesn't happen for a long time. That's probably the first thing that's going to happen is you get these stocks delisted. But you do have a while there, and but to get back to these high levels on these stocks, you have to see like that fear totally go away. Investors have to feel comfortable putting their money in there, and like J.P. Morgan, Jamie Dimon says, China is pretty much uninvestable. But happy birthday, bro! Thank you. Happy birthday, bro! Grab a beer on me. Try that Yingling Hershey's Porter. Let's go. That is a yeah. I actually looked that up, and it said they were the oldest brewing company in America, I believe. Hershey's Porter. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. I don't think I've ever seen that at the store. Thank you. Vlog always coming in clutch. Beer actually sounds pretty good. See, I was pretty skeptical on what is it? They have like a coffee beer. Um but it's like 8% alcohol or something. Uh is it from Pabst? Pabst Blue Ribbon? Blue Ribbon? Someone like that makes it. And I was very skeptical. And my ex's dad actually told me to try one time. And it was good. So I'm not gonna knock the Hershey's Porter until I try it. Happy birthday, my dude. Everybody rolling in with the happy birthdays. Happy born day. I wish you many more. Thank you. Birthday, bro. How old are you? 23. Gotta have beer. Kids drive me to drink. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. They're great. They're great. But sometimes you do need a beer. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What are we doing? Hit the like. Only 80 more to get to 100. Yeah, don't slack on the like button. Don't slack on the like button, baby. That's a good one, though. That's a gem. That's a gem. Ryan Cohen. Biggest pair of balls ever. Ignore the yield curve. Ben Bernanke 2006 edition. I would not interpret the currently very flat yield curve as indicating a significant economic slowdown to come for several reasons. 2 years later, financial system collapses. I like it. Is GameStop still a good buy? I prefer AMC. But, if you want to kind of get both, I'm not opposed to that at all. Spotted COW beer is fire. Man, I usually just drink Pabst Blue Ribbon or Bud Light Platinum. Beer makes me happy. Like, some people are angry drunks, and I'm just happy. I guess it's kind of bad to say, huh? I never drank as much as I have when I started teaching. Oh, yeah. Those kids are assholes, man. Kids are assholes. Bus drivers, too. My grandma was a bus driver. She's retired now. But she told me those kids were assholes, especially the young ones. She said the young ones were worse than the high schoolers. The high schoolers were cool, but the young kids were bad. You need an old English 40. How about a King Cobra? 40 ounce. Ugh, man, malt liquor. Can't drink around kids, but you drink because you have. Yes, yes, I like that. I like that. Slap the Tucker button. Agreed, agreed. Beer drinker, Midas touch, nothing. Co, it's the champagne of beer. My man trying to do the job quick. Pretty much. Have you seen the South Park episode of Pabst Blue Ribbon? No, I should. Pabst is just like a good value. But I'm not going to go to the bar and be like, yeah, give me a Pabst. No. South Korea moles lifting all distance rules except masks. Interesting. They were all kids once. We rip tomorrow. Hit my ape in the head with a Rocky. I'm gonna ever try MD40. I love when I was 22. I don't know. Does anybody like Natty Daddies? Yum. Or oh, what is it? Oh, nasty. PBR in the bottle is gold, actually. Channel Lake, Wisconsin is gorgeous. Really? Wisconsin, that's not too far away. Taylor, have your brackets changed at all? Not really. Not really. I mean, I think I've gotten more bullish seeing what's actually going on. Like this whole rally we've seen, the short interest is flat. Everybody was like, the shorts are covering, get out. But we didn't see that, at all. So I would have to say I'm pretty pretty damn good. But not really. I'm on my second Natty Daddy right now. You can use the Natty Daddy real quick, 8%. Pretty damn good. Yeah, I was young when I had them, and I haven't tried it since because I'm like scarred. It was terrible when I had it when I was younger. If it's cold, I'll drink almost anything. Yeah, if we're being honest here. AMC and GME on same algorithm. Yep. And we bring more stocks into it too. HYMC. We'll see. We'll see if this starts a trend of retail stocks going up. I think you'll probably see more money positioned towards AMC. Like, even consider this. Even the days that we were down a lot, like, weren't we down 14% yesterday? Including after hours, something like that. What does it say we actually closed? It says 12.77%. And you've seen the option activity incredibly bullish, even on those very bad days. So, 85% positive order value for today alone. And yesterday, I can't bring it up, but it was like 75% positive. So, they're obviously very bullish on AMC. And if you really wanted to play a squeeze too, a lot of institutions are probably going to go with shares, I would imagine. Safer, I guess. I'll tune in for 1 hour because we can talk stock and we can talk bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, we can be serious when we need to. But we can talk bullshit too. King Cobra for me, but Natty Daddy is solid too. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna get a Natty Daddy and a King Cobra just to try them again. Be like, is this as bad as I remember it? Oh, some liquor's terrible. Like terrible. Like Bombay. My ex used to drink that. It's like Pine Sol. Gets you drunk though. Yeah, 40 to 50. That would be solid. We both got smacked into a halt when GME hit 200 on Tuesday. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Um, it, you seen that was like an orchestrated move by probably many hedge funds, market makers, and other people that had interest in doing that. That wasn't just um, a couple shorts started to cover the other day. That wasn't retail started buying a ton of shares. That's not the case. That was an orchestrated event because when you get those halts, the trading stops, right? But you can put in your short orders during that halt. So essentially, what a halt does at the same time is it protects retail investors, right? Correct. Kind of the craziest thing I've ever heard, but it takes in those orders that it's getting and basically does the same thing it does while it's trading. It tries to find where the price should be. It just gives it a second to slow it down. So you could still get orders. You could still put orders in. So when you flood the markets with that buying activity, and it's not necessarily just retail flooding all in, when you get that halt, you can time your orders to go in to short the stock right when it opens, and then buyers can't catch up. There's just too much short pressure on it. Um, at its most vulnerable time. I mean, during halts or after halts, that's the most vulnerable time for a stock to choose a direction. Hello again from Ozark, Missouri. Marcus is back. Ozark. Liquor drink is vodka. Yeah, I like Jose Cuervo's tequila, the gold one. I like that, but I like a lot of different stuff. But like dry gin, oh, it's just not my favorite. Not my favorite. Shit is toxic. Sipping on gin and juice, lay back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't roll with it. If I had to, you know, if a nuclear apocalypse broke out and all I had was dry gin, I would definitely, I wouldn't spare it. I would definitely drink it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not Snoop Dogg though. Buying and releasing oil reserves, but can't determine price change in gas that will happen, so it's gonna go down. Maybe not. What the fuck? Yeah, that was interesting that they actually said that they're going to let out 1 million+ barrels of oil per day, like a scheduled release like that, and I have no idea what it'll do to the price of oil. And like just talking about it helped, if that makes sense. Like it could totally be bullshit. And I think the markets want to pay attention to, is it just bullshit? Were they just saying that to say that? Like, what do they plan to do? Oil's up a little bit right now. It's still floating around $100 a barrel. $100, $33. Kind of wild. Natural gas went up quite a bit recently too. Um, but yeah, just talking about it dropped oil like 5% today, something like that. They should have done it months ago too. I love the weeds. Hmm. Hmm. Tequila for me equals county jail. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a. It's no joke. Get a little piece of Mexico every time you drink tequila. Mm-mm-mm. It's good though. I like the effects of it. I don't know. It's just like good. Like anytime, any place, Jose Cuervo is just it's great. You bought, watch by the time winter comes alive. Back down. You get what you pay for when drinking. That's true. That is true. When I was younger, and I went through a lot of just kind of, I guess, live life at a younger age than some people. Um, you guys ever had Mohawk vodka? Never again, ever. Terrible, terrible decision. It's funny every time Biden gets on TV, stocks drop. Yeah, yeah. They usually drop when he comes on, and then they usually rally after. Hmm. Didn't didn't get the rally after though today. What do you guys think AMC is opening at tomorrow? Um, Probably like 27, 28. You'll probably get a move up tomorrow, but it really depends on like how big it's going to be. Depends on really the market sentiment, I believe. This is the first day of Q2. So do we take a risk on approach or do we not? I would imagine that we do, even though the markets have recovered a lot, and that's going to play a role. People thinking it's too overbought too fast, but I really only say that because AMC and GameStop, even though it's really fundamental good news, they'll still be affected somewhat to how the markets are feeling. Um, but with the 2 and 10 year yield inversion today, and yesterday or 2 days ago, briefly as well, uh, that's kind of a signal to buy growth stocks, because if the economy does slow down, you need to have growth somewhere, and companies that are growing 20-30%, those stocks start to look very attractive. What in the $3 bottle of vodka is that? Oh my god. Yeah, terrible. That was terrible. New Amsterdam is not much better. I might actually go to Dave and Buster's for the first time tomorrow. Sell off stocks today, pay for the squeeze tomorrow. That I mean, I don't know if that's how it worked, but um, it's interesting. We kind of seen that sell off, and then seen some stocks rally after the close. Ryan Cohen took a page out of Elon Musk playbook. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do a stock split dividend. Hell yeah, that should be a new trend. If they're gonna cause hype, just do that. Growth stocks, I'm in gain and X. Isn't that steel? Right? United, is that United Steel or what the hell is that? U.S. Steel. Okay. Yeah, it's been moving. Jeez. You know a stock that is really like moving crazy too? This one. EXC. Just it keeps going just up every day no matter what happens with the markets. But it's not like it's just consistently going up. You make enough money, you come to Vegas with the family, show you a good time. Let's do it. Let's do it. I wanted to go to Vegas for my birthday, but I don't know. Bro, I've been in since 750 in X. That was a good buy, huh? Is that at like 30 something? Oh, yeah, that's a solid buy. Elon Musk, hope he nominates me for the Pulitzer Prize. Elon bought a lot of Sundial. 10,000 shares, easy to do the math. Recently, up 399%. Yeah, that's solid. I mean, that would have been a good move, even uh, back when Biden started to talk about a lot of the infrastructure stuff. I should have caught on to that and got some, but I didn't think about it. Grab some gold leaps next week. Yeah, gold should continue to do well, especially with all the uncertainty. Hmm. And it tends to trend upwards, but oh, it almost topped out at 2020 levels. 72-cent cost average. Damn. Didn't that vote go through today? There was something about it that came out. It's it's kind of hard to tell which company is going to be a winner when it comes down to it. Cuz like the Canada market, that's all fine and dandy, but it doesn't compare to what America's market would be. So that's really the thing is when do you get that full legalization? And then who's the real winner there? Yo, listening from work. George Raymond, shout out to you. Do you think markets might rally tomorrow, then sell off end of the day going into weekend? That's yeah. That's what I would expect. Especially just what's going on. It'll be very interesting though if we do get bad news or good news overnight tonight from the talks with Ukraine and Russia that are resuming tonight. I believe April 1st they said they resume. I would imagine that would be overnight tonight, as that would be like daytime over there. Oh, got the merger today. But we see AMC raise pre-market. Yeah, I think so. Unless something just very bad happens, if a bad headline comes out or something. But as far as potential catalysts are concerned, it doesn't get much better than a stock split and a dividend. Like, mix those two together, and yeah, that's pretty damn bullish. Basically got into the market because I could smoke cigarettes a year ago and invest the money I would have spent. Instead, buying stock is better than smoking. I 100% agree with that. Literally just what? Saving like $7 a day, 365 days. That's $2,555 a year. Say you could get 15% return on that. I mean, you save $2,500 plus save $400 just on the return on that, but put it all into just a boring dividend stock and let it do its thing over the next 10 years. Stock split and dividend equals fried shorts. It really does. It really does, because you get the momentum from people that are excited about the stock split potential momentum, right? That kind of started with Tesla in 2020, momentum around stock splits, and then it kind of just kept up the whole time. Pretty much any other popular stock that did that would tend to rally, and then they do dump after the stock split. But I don't know in the case of Gamestop, you've never really seen a full-on like retail stock do one, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But you get the momentum effect from it, as well as shorts have to pay out the dividend on that. Not good. Not good for the shorts. Indeed, they get fried. That stock split is fucking insane. I bet the shorts are looking like Chris Rock after the slap. Yeah. Oh, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. He said, "You slapped the shit out of me." Or he said, what do you say? Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. I'm like, man, that's tough. Who's splitting? GameStop is set like a 1-for-3 stock split is their idea there. Basically, increasing the number of Class A common stock from 300 million to a billion to partly conduct a stock split in the form of a stock dividend. Mm-hmm. All the synthetics they gotta cover. Yeah. You definitely don't want to be on that side of the trade. What's good, bro? Can't wait for the morning to see what happens. Look at these. Like, I really don't trust futures at all. Look at this. Everything is up 0.32%. It was all. Now it's NASDAQ down a little bit less than that. But, like, a lot of it's just, I feel like, algorithms that kind of do their own thing. I think that's why you see such a big disconnect from futures and then what happens in the actual markets. Thanks, man. You were too. Lots of weight in how I trade. Thanks. Well, I hope it's helpful. Don't let me get you into a bad situation. It's good though. It's good though. We'll see. I'm pretty curious tomorrow though if we do get a lot of good news from the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. The really these are like the main catalysts that people were paying attention to. Like institutional investors, they have been saying that they are waiting and looking forward to these numbers on Friday. And it's going to be one of those situations where if the non-farm payrolls come in really good and the unemployment rate come in really good, which is expected to be about 3.7% going down from 3.8%, and then non-farm payrolls at about 490,000 is the estimate. If both of those are better than expected, non-farm payrolls higher, and then unemployment rate comes in lower, I'm curious if the markets are finally going to pay attention to this 50 basis point rate hike. Like, it's so strange what is going on right now. Nobody's talking about it, the 50 basis point rate hike. Some people have like accepted it, but if you think about it, you were only seeing like a 20% probability of that 50 basis point rate hike at the last Fed meeting. So even though the markets have rallied a lot, the probability for a more hawkish Fed has gotten much, much higher, a magnitude higher. Like, you can't even quantify it. It's substantially worse right now. And 70.5% chance of a 0.5% rate hike. But it's like the markets either don't care about it or they're not paying attention to it. So if you start to see that Fed fear come back, I think all of a sudden the markets might start to care about it again. You do have 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks until it comes down to that. But every data point that suggests the Fed acting more aggressive is not going to be a good thing for the markets, I guess, overall. Tomorrow's trading sideways. Do you think it will go up around over $30 on Monday? I think it's very possible. With like Thursdays and Fridays, when you do have a lot of option activity, as well as you'll probably have a lot of just traders that are trading it on a trading the dailies that expire the same day. If that's the case, then you'll definitely see lots of hedging that has to happen. Like 15,000 contracts went into the money with this after hours move. Maybe they hedged them out, maybe they didn't. There was still decent amounts of premium on those. But once we open up tomorrow, the premiums on a lot of these are going to get really cheap. So like the $30 call, right, is $13, and there's 27,000 for open interest. So if you get to $13 or $13, $30, 13 cents, you would have to hedge out these options that were purchased at $13. So it makes the break even a lot. How do I say it? Like a lot sooner for market makers instead of like you buying an option for a month out. If you buy it on that daily, those dailies can go insane, and that's what can cause a lot of those big moves on Thursdays or Fridays, like the mega bounce videos that I would make occasionally that you would see play out like that. The 20% moves on a Friday. It's really because of the daily options that run into the money. What the hell happened in the last 5 minutes today? Markets sold off hard. They did. It was the last day of Q1. It was a lot of portfolio rebalancing, And you could call it manipulation. It was definitely on this weird side for portfolio rebalancing. But I hope you guys realize this sell-off at the end of the day for Q1 portfolio rebalancing is really the markets telling you that they are not comfortable holding on to the gains that we have seen in the markets. They're kind of on edge right now. Like they rushed to sell everything they could. You've seen a $10.2 billion market on close. You didn't even see those numbers during this whole event in March. Like, that's a crazy number. Like, in February, and I guess halfway through March. You didn't even see $10 billion market on close for any of this. And not one day you've seen that. So, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. We're also on the SPY at the 100-day moving average. So if you do start to break down under that, next level is 444, and it is possible we could drop to 444 tomorrow. So I would keep that in mind, these moving averages. If we break under 438, that's when things get very, very interesting again. But yeah, I expect tomorrow's a bad day. We'll probably head down to 444. That'd be another 1.5% move down roughly. So we'll see. But not a good sign, I would say. But it's not a telltale like, the markets are doomed. It's not like that, but it's definitely saying that institutions really don't want to hold on to a lot of the gains. Like Apple's seen a big move down too at the end of the day, which is, I guess, not surprising. If you're gonna sell something, you might as well sell the stock that's went up the most consecutively since 2003. You might as well dump out of that. But if you look at it on the minute, it's nasty. Nasty. Look at that. Look at that. This thing hit a high of 177.24 today and then hit a low of 174.40. That's like billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars that just changed hands on Apple stock today. And then, like, look at the last 1 minute candle, right? Like, throughout the day on Apple, you're looking at, 150,000 shares that trade hands in a minute, a little bit over 100. Some high minutes are like 200,000, right? For volume on 1 minute. You start to get to the end of the day, you're looking at 2 million, couple million. This last minute was almost 22 million shares that traded hands. A lot of that probably to the sell side. That's at least what it looked like. And that's all algorithms. That's all trading algorithms. That's all, these last minute moves, literally the last 1 minute move is always going to be your MOC, market on close, and what that's telling you can be very telling. Very, very telling. Have a great night, y'all. Happy birthday. Let's have a great day tomorrow. We got this. Oh yeah. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Jack to the teats. The teats. I like it. I bought options strike price $31 and expire $4.22. Hopefully it is gain profit. Yeah, tomorrow I think it will. Hit that like button for some free 99 gold nuggets. Don't forget to share too. Yes, Vlog is always on point. So if you want to listen to anyone, listen to Vlog. He said, don't forget to hit the like button and share. Share it. What does 441 SPY mean for AMC GME? Are they going to see a decent sell pressure event? Probably. But I wouldn't get too caught up on it. You can see AMC and Gamestop and other retail stocks do very well too if the markets are coming down. Sometimes there can be a bigger correlation on certain days. Like certain days, if the S&P on the 1 minute, if you're looking at just the 1 minutes, go If it goes down a lot, AMC might also go down a lot, or just a little bit on some days that it doesn't correlate as much. So I'm going to pay attention to the correlation there, but definitely I want to lock in some profits kind of move at the end of the day. That's for sure. But futures are up a little bit, 0.35%. Oil only down a little bit too, 0.64%. Got 500 on Mullen at SNDL and 1K on AMC if my check come tomorrow. Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Grandpa. That will be the day when I'm a damn grandpa. Oh my gosh. That's the good part, though. I feel like that's the good part to be a grandpa. You don't really got to do too much. You just play with them. Take them to get ice cream. And we're all good. My Aries, we don't stress, we cause stress. Yeah, my ex would agree with that. Do you see SNDL running off on the potential GameStop split dividend? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's like magic poison for short sellers. Like, that's the last thing that you want is to get momentum like that and to pay out a dividend. I would steer clear of that. Being a grandpa, you can play with it and take ice cream and then give them back. Yeah, it sounds great. I seen your last video saying shorts will have to pay for the GameStop stock split. What do you think they have to pay? The dividend for that, it doesn't happen too often. Like, it doesn't happen too often. So there's not a lot of examples I can think of off the top of my head, but it could be something like they're obviously going to like triple the shares, or about triple the shares that are outstanding for GameStop, and maybe it's like you get like 0.20% of a share for every share that you own. So maybe if you have 5 shares, you'd get 1 share for free on top of the split. So maybe you might have 15 shares plus get an additional free share. So 16 shares. Why is GameStop doing a stock split but not AMC? GameStop has less shares outstanding, so if AMC did it, they could, but AMC could do it. Like, there's only 513 legal shares, 513 million legal shares outstanding. So if they did like a 2-for-1 stock split, that wouldn't be too crazy. Bring it up to 1 billion shares, not too crazy, but it would just like, when you do that, it makes the stock harder to move, I guess, because there's more shares outstanding, and it kind of stabilizes the stock price more or less. Doesn't mean it can't rally, but day 414 all Aries post your date 420 411 41. Do you expect GameStop to run in the pre-markets? Oh yeah, it probably will. If it sells off on a stock dividend news, Man, I'm going straight to Citadel. I'm going straight to Citadel Securities in Chicago, and I'm going to slap them. I'm going to act like I want a job there, and then I'm just going to slap them. That's like a 4-hour car ride. I will do it. Be like, what is going on? Explain this. Be like, this is a stick up. And they'll be like, April Fools. Oh, motherfucker. That's funny. Like, yeah, man, I was just playing. That slap wasn't real. Just like those synthetics aren't real. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying, Kenny. I think you could agree with that. I think it's best you do. Fuckers. Take me to the slap fest. That would be funny. That'd be funny. I bet that YouTube video would get like 100,000 views. Everyone would watch it. Keep that pimp game strong. Yeah, April Fools. What do you do after that? You just got like slapped, interrogated, and then somebody hits you with April Fools. Like, are you still gonna call the cops on him? Are you still gonna, you'd be like, damn, you're right. 1 hour and 40 minutes, Camaro revving. Oh, yeah, you're in Wisconsin too, huh? We'd probably get there. You said 1 hour and 40 minutes. Oh, you'd get there before me, huh? Will Smith type of slap. Yeah. You'd probably not Kenny out if you slapped him like that. You think? This shit about the Oscars. Yeah. I didn't even know that was going on. Wisco. There we go. Let's see, I copied those prior to June run up. Welcome to Tendy Town. Yeah. I haven't specifically looked at June too much, but January, it's like the same. Like almost the same technical setup. So it's really good. I picked up some $23 calls for April 29th. Oh, yeah, those are going to be good, too. Load the saddlebags full of AMC. We ride at dawn. That is true. Watch AMC doing a stock dividend, too. I wonder if they would be able to do that with their covenants. Definitely something to look into, Adam Aaron. See, short squeeze because of Gamestop split. Is that true? Oh, it's definitely true. The key is above 30. That's where the hedge funds really don't want this thing to go. That's where they get really panicked out. That's why they did this. Like, look. That's, like, they do not want this thing above 30. That's the previous levels, right? That's like the neck of the head, the inverse head and shoulders last time around. They don't want this thing above 30. I promise. to pull another halt tomorrow. If AMC run up, it's a guarantee. If they do, I mean, it's so coordinated at that point. You've gotta, man, subpoena the SEC to look into that. Above 30, and we're gonna see a rip. Oh, 100%. Criminal act to stop it from running. But not the way up. I don't know. It was all coordinated to happen. Stock with dividend was bought up last AMC meeting, but an ad said as AMC has debt, they can't legally offer any dividend. Yeah, but a stock split dividend probably falls under the same lines. Yeah, but future's looking pretty green. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I am starving. I'm starving. I need to eat something. So, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see how the catalysts go tomorrow. Stock split. There's a lot to be excited for right now. Lots of opportunities, but nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys